What's up guys, welcome to another episode of the Art of Travel show. In this video I want to talk about how to travel the world because we all have limited time. There's so many places to see on this wonderful planet, so it's up to us to maximize that experience and do our best to live it to the fullest. And so in this video I want to talk about three things. First, I will talk about various ways of traveling the world. Second, I want to talk about locations, where to travel. And finally, third one, money. How to make sure you don't run out of money when you're traveling the world. Alright, the first one, different ways of travel. Why do we need that? Well, if you do the same thing over and over again, it might get boring and you might lose certain aspects of travel. So that's why I always recommend trying different things when you travel, trying different ways of traveling. So first, you can travel solo. You can do it on your own, meet other world travelers. And by the way, I have another video about solo traveling, you can check it out. You can do traveling with a group, with your family, with your friends. And also this is an amazing way of traveling the world, seeing the world when you have a family scattered across the globe. Nothing is better than doing family reunion in different parts of the world. And then there are all-inclusive vacations where you mostly lay on the beach. I call them lazy vacations, but you can also take excursions, of course. And you can also take active vacations when you are climbing the mountains, canoeing the rivers. It's amazing to be out there in the nature. Then you can do short travels and long travels. Short travels, 2 or 3 days long, you can go outside of your city, explore other areas in your country. Or you can do longer vacations, longer trips, 2 to 3 weeks long, or maybe even longer if you can afford that. And that will give you opportunity to really explore the region that you're going to. Another way to see the world is to do cruising. Cruising is available in all parts of the world pretty much. That's when you jump on the boat and start exploring different countries, different islands. So this is like floating hotel. You live there for a week or so and then it takes you from country to country. Amazing experience. You can also take guided tours. One of the company we did guided tours with called Gate One Travel. This is when you have a guide assigned to your group and they travel with you from city to city or maybe from country to country. They provide help with logistics. They provide lots of communication around your travel. So it's an amazing way to explore the world because everything is taken care of for you. You don't have to think about how to get from point A to point B. Definitely something that you want to consider trying. And then for those of us parents, it's great to travel with kids. I think one of the best things you can do for your family. But sometimes you want to travel without kids, and that's another way of discovering the world. Just you and your partner, just enjoying it. Of course, you have to be ready for that. Once you're comfortable leaving your kids with someone else or by themselves, definitely try that way of traveling. Then I also differentiate between deep and shallow type of traveling. Let me explain. Shallow type of traveling is when you are basically sampling different cultures, different countries, like cruising, for example, is a great example of shallow vacations, if you can call it that way. That's when you don't really dig in deep. But if you are spending 2 weeks in a country, exploring its culture, soaking in, that's what I call deep travel, deep vacation. Something that we did, for example, in Japan. We spent literally 2 weeks exploring the Japan. Did we really understood the whole culture? No. But it's definitely better than just doing, let's say, 3 days in Japan, in Tokyo, and then going somewhere else to another country. So some countries definitely require a longer vacation where you soak in the culture, where you get to appreciate really people and culture and everything else, because chances are it's very much different than your own country. And then I want to encourage you to try different things, try different activities, take tours, go out of your comfort zone, try local food, even if you're not really feeling like trying it. Do something that will enhance your understanding of the culture of the country. Visit the local pub, go ride that hot air balloon, do something unusual. Do as much stuff as you can. Something you may not like, but that's fine. This is the experience. The only thing I ask you not to do is not to spend hours in your hotel watching TV. But I know you're not going to do that because you are a world traveler just like me. We are excited about seeing different parts of the culture, and sitting in the hotel is not for us. And last but not least, try different types of transportation. Take airplanes, take trains, buses, Whatever it is that will take you from point A to point B, you can walk, you can bike. It will definitely give you another perspective when you're traveling using different modes of transportation. And now let's talk about locations. Where to travel? There's so many places in the world. How do you know which location to pick? Well, one of the rules I have for ourselves is that we never go to the same location twice. Now, I said never, but there are some exceptions. Sometimes we might go to Paris, for example, even though we haven't been there for 20 years. Completely different experience, completely different perspective. So never say never, but generally speaking, it's great to visit new places because the time is limited. There's so many places to see. You want to see as many new places as possible. And then I like switching between different continents. I encourage you to do so too. For example, if you're going to Europe this time, next time try to go to Asia or South America or somewhere else in the world. Because when you're switching continents, you see the contrast, you see different cultures, and you get to appreciate it even more. And if you really want to mix it all up, then you might consider doing an around the world trip, which is when you start in your home city, then you go to another country, and you're literally switching between different countries, different continents, and until to the point that when you come back to your home city. That's a very good experience. You need to do a lot of planning there, of course, but it's definitely one of the things you might want to try at least once in your lifetime. And finally, let's talk about money. How do you ensure you have enough money when you travel? How to make sure that you don't run out of that? Well, first thing I always recommend is to setting aside some money, establishing a budget for your travel. Just like you put money to your retirement fund, put money to your travel fund. Make it a habit to put aside so much money aside, and then when it's time to travel, you already have something there. When you budget your trips, always consider that you might spend more than what you were planning for. So definitely have some extra money in your pocket or in your bank account. It's great to have a credit card with you when you're traveling, because in case you run out of money, that will give you extra funds so you're not stuck in a foreign country, which is the worst thing that could happen to anyone when traveling. And of course, there are lots of different options when you travel. You don't need to stay in a 5-star hotel. In fact, spend as little as you can on your hotel, because guess what? In most of the cases, you're only going to go there to sleep. Unless there's a special occasion, you want to celebrate something and you want to feel pampered, then yeah, you can select a good hotel. But other than that, don't spend a lot of money on accommodations. And guys, at the end of the day, it's all about priorities. You know, some people spend money on shopping, some people spend a lot of money eating outside. Then make sure you put aside some money for traveling. I always say that the best investment you can ever have is investment in yourself, either into your personal development, your mindset, but that's a subject for another video, or in your travel. Because when you travel, guess what? That changes your entire identity. They made studies actually, and they came to the conclusion that material things don't make you happy. You might be happy for a month or two, let's say you got a new car, but eventually you get used to that new thing. But traveling impacts your identity. You become a new person. The experiences that you get during the travel, that impacts everything around you. Impacts your view of world, impacts your view of people. You start appreciating certain things, and then all of a sudden you notice that you are no longer the same person. And I can guarantee you the changes would be only for the best. Alright, thank you for watching, guys. I really hope this video was helpful, and I'd like to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below, what do you do in order to maximize your experiences when traveling the world. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Click that subscribe button to see a new video from me every single week. Take care, guys. Bon voyage.